Alright, final round here. We won the die roll. Playing first and keeping. Nice hand. A little bit slow, but this'll do. Nice. Guess we do have a lot of 2-drops in here, though, don't we? Yeah, we actually do. Quite a few. Feral Prowler. Well, it's pretty good against our dude, isn't it? Let's get this sure shot down. And we'll pass. Ah, the scrapper. Alright. Okay, so I think we just attack with the sure shot here. This is actually pretty fine with me. This is a fine trade by my standards. And granted, we're missing our land drop here, which sucks a little bit, but that seems worth it to me. The scrapper, I think, is actually better than the sure shot. Feral Prowler for days. Cat beats. Alright, so we can Tormenting Voice rather than cycle. So why don't we get rid of the Reed Stalker? Not that the Reed Stalker is bad, but I think it makes more sense. Because now I can cycle the Drake, but to be honest, I don't even really want to cycle the Drake. And I can Winds of Rebuke a Fatty if I have to, which is fine. If I have to. And get it back with Bloodwater Entity, I guess, if I have to as well. Which hopefully I don't. Okay. So, probably just Windsing whatever they play here, I imagine. Yes. Alright. That'll get rebuked. Oop. A little tempo play there. So we got rid of a Sheffet Monitor, a Blur of Blades, and we lost a Nimble Obstructionist and an Island. Alright. Riddle form. Not bad. Not bad. Cycle Drake now, or Riddle form. Or both. Or Initiate. Maybe just Initiate, actually. The Initiate puts a solid little body on the board, keeps both their cats back, and gives us an Embalm guy. Mm-hmm. Okay. So now we can struggle this guy. Get in for 3. Play the Riddle form. And then next turn we can go Entity, getting back Struggle, which is pretty awesome. Gives us our best removal spell back. Allows you to pump our dude on the next attack. Allows us to do some pretty cool stuff. So they have 6 mana up. That's surprising. Let's just go... Well, we can't, I guess, activate the Riddle form this turn, can we? Okay, so we'll just attack with the Initiate. Okay, that's actually fine too. So I still think we play the entity. We get back the struggle. Actually, what we want to do is, okay, here's what we want to do. We actually want to scry now, because this will control the next card. Because we know what's going to go on top. Okay, we're leaving that on top too. But that's actually valuable to do, because we make best use of our mana. We already know what's going on top of our deck. And now we know what the next two cards on top of our deck are, which is pretty valuable to have. Main deck Stinging Shot, pretty good. Ooh, that's a good sign for us. If a 2/2 zombie is the best play, I'm feeling pretty good. Okay, well, we can just slam this Drake then. Let's get in for 2. And then play Mr. Big Stuff. Who do you think you are? And then we just got plays for days. We got Puncturing Blow, Struggle, just dealing with things, flying over top, dishing that damage out. Sand Strangler. When it enters the battlefield, if you can, okay, 3 damage to target, that's really good. 4 mana 3/3 that deals 3 to a thing. It's pretty good. Not pretty, that is good. It's good value. Okay, so we're going to draw our thing, and now we can struggle this to activate our dude. Yes. Get in for 6. And then we can scry at the end of our opponent's turn. I don't know what I top or bottom here. I mean, if I get the 7th, afflict 4. Okay, that's actually not. I don't think that card's that busted anyway. So, oh, well, then they're definitely dead. So, we're going to take all of our damage here, and then we untap. Oh, I forgot to scry. It's okay. I don't know if I would have bottomed anything anyway. So then we do this. Because, like I said, if it was a land, it would have been fine too. Oh, they got the info. I'm still surprised they haven't fixed that where reveal hand is exactly where click to the next thing is. It's a little bit shady that they did it like that. This is only an uncommon too. This card's sweet. 4 mana 3/3 nuke something for 3. It's really good. Alright, well, opponent's deck looks pretty good too. They got some weird value stuff. Some fatties, main decking the Stinging Shot, which unfortunately is good against us. Chefette Monitor, Scrapper. I don't see anything bad with their deck at all, actually. Anything we want to do? I don't think so. I think we're good. We don't need to deal with artifacts. We don't need to deal with lands. We don't need to deal with... To be honest, we just don't have a ton of sideboard outside of that anyway, so... I still feel like 2 red deserts, especially with no desert value on our deck, is probably fine. I don't want to get gunked up too much with these anyway. Jeez, this is... I don't know. This is awkward. I guess because I have the cycle lands, I'm going to keep it, but this is awkward. So we actually don't play the cycle lands here. We cycle them as soon as we can to find the blue mana. Alright. No plays. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Let's, Tormenting Voice. Discarding the Skirmisher. Because we get it back anyway. There's our blue mana. And we pass. So next turn we can play Initiate. Which is reasonable. Or we can kill a 4-drop if we have to. Tenacious Hunter. As long as the creature vigilance and 4 mana 4/4 uncommon. Guy's pretty good. Yeah, we'll probably just puncturing blow that guy. Get it out of the way here. I mean, I could play the desert to do the obstructionist. No, let's just take care of that dude. Let's get rid of a 4/4. Yeah, see, I'd rather do it to that, but I also don't want to take 4 damage. I don't know. It's debatable whether that was the right or wrong move. So now I think we play the... Well, we're kind of SOL, aren't we? I guess we go Riddle Form plus Obstructionist here. Well, we can wait on the Obstructionist, I suppose. But yeah, the Vigilance is definitely going to get us, so we need to deal with the Sharpshooter somehow. I'm not exactly sure how yet. So, should we have not used our removal on the 4/4 and done the 3/2? Well, obviously in hindsight. But is that the right move in all situations? No. So, unfortunately, Sharpshooter is going to be a big problem. There's not a ton I can do about it either. I do have another puncturing blow. I have struggle, so I have the means to deal with it, but I do have to draw them. Well, Winds of Rebuke does help. So, guess we wins first. I got rid of an Entangler and a Mountain. I got rid of their struggle. So I guess that's good. They got some removal for us here, it looks like. Wow, multiple struggles? That's super scary. Nice stack. Let's play the Skirmisher, and I guess we do technically have a 6-drop in our deck, so I'll play the land. If I didn't have Unesh in my deck, I wouldn't do it, but the fact that I could draw Unesh and not be able to play it is kind of a scary thought, so let's allow ourselves to play it. Enigma Drake, which is a 3/4. We have 6 mana. So I guess I can play Enigma Drake and then start scrying. That's not bad. Can also get the Skirmisher back to double block the Sharpshooter, which also doesn't seem bad. Maybe we do that. Because I feel like our late game plan is pretty reasonable. So yeah, we'll burn through some combat tricks for some half a creature stuff. I think that's okay. Sure. So we basically traded Kindled Fury for like one creature that wouldn't be able to attack anyway. So I don't feel horrible about that. Tragic Lesson is not bad. Why don't we start it off with the Tragic Lesson? Because I don't know if I want to bounce yet. I'm actually going to float that too, in case I want to bounce it. Sure. That's actually okay too. Much rather my Riddle Form die than my other dudes. So let's get Tragic Lesson going here. Draw some cards. See if we want to discard. Probably just return a land. So let's return. Because I can play a 4-drop. I could play my Initiate. But Enigma Drake's going to be bigger. So why don't we return a mountain and then play it? And I think we play the Drake because it's a 4/4. So I probably, yeah, just have to be willing to trade my Drake for a sharpshooter. Hope they don't have another trick or removal spell. Alright, unfortunately they had a nice combination there, so now we're in pretty rough shape, but we did have to get through a struggle, a Kindled Fury, a Stinging Shot, and a Cartouche of Strength for us to get in the situation that we're in. So I don't feel too bad about it. Opponent just sort of had the nuts. What can I do with 7 lands? I guess I can play Sure Shot plus Initiate. Alright. Well, maybe I'd prefer the Scrapper because this is inflatable. Okay. So we'll go Initiate, Scrapper, pass. Okay. Nice. Guess we'll take care of this dude. Attack with this Menace Scrapper. Wait, we don't have to... That's nice. And then we'll play the Sure Shot. And pass. So we can actually take the Colossopede because we have a chump blocker in the Skirmisher for next turn. So I think this is actually okay. We're going to 6, which I guess is a little bit dangerous, but... Brawler is a bit of a problem too, but 1 card left. Alright. So... I have 8 mana, which means I can't do this plus this. It's just clunky enough. But... I can double block this with my Initiate plus my Drake. Or I can just get it with the Initiate, and then I can double block with that. That's pretty good. So I can play that. So I think we do attack with the Initiate. Well, we can also take the Brawler if they exert too. I'm trying to think if I attack for 5, and the next turn I could potentially attack. That takes him to 10. 4, 7, 10. Yeah, it's pretty reasonable. So I think if we swing like this, and then get in for 5, and then I play a Shimmer Scale Drake, and basically chump block, I will have had lethal next turn. So yeah, I think we just have to chump with the Sure Shot. Oh, I guess this can kill me though, can't it? Okay. So this actually, I guess, forces 2 chump blocks, doesn't it? That might still be okay. So it does mean I have to double chump, I guess, so maybe I needed to be more cautious, but yeah, it's a bit of a bummer. And the follow-up creature, well, that doesn't kill us, though. Okay, we're actually still okay then. So we get in for 5, and then actually we need to get in for 7, so we kill them next turn with the initiate. And then we play the skirmisher to chump the Colossipede and pass. Well, look at that. Got there. Cool. So that was it? Wow. Well, our deck performed really well. I'm actually pretty surprised with how dominating this deck was. Inez played superbly well, but we kind of knew that from Limited. Yes, a 6-mana 4/4 flyer plus Factor Fiction is going to be great. I like this Bloodwater Entity a lot. I'm a big fan. This card really did some amazing things in the game. Even without the card advantage, just bringing back a struggle or a puncturing blow is huge. Puncturing blow played very well. So the format does seem to have slowed down, which is cool. That's fine. It'll be interesting to see a more mid-rangey format, especially with mechanics like Eternalize and Embalm and Aftermath. I feel like Embalm and Aftermath didn't get its full didn't get a fair representation just because of how aggressive Amonkhet was. But thanks so much for tuning in, folks. We'll be back very soon. We'll see you then.